Welcome back to GSTEF TV, your number one home for the hottest Nollywood drama, emotional confessions, and stories that will leave your heart racing and your mind spinning. If you're new here, don't just scroll past, hit that subscribe button, turn on your notifications, and join the GSTEF family where gist never sleeps, emotions always speak louder than words, and truth always finds its way out no matter how long it hides. Because today's gist this one go shake the table of Nollywood, scatter hearts, and make fans talk for weeks. Now, let's get straight into the fire because Sonia Uche has finally spoken, and what she said has left the entire internet buzzing. You all remember the long silence, the subtle posts, the emotional quotes, and the tension that has been hanging in the air between Sonia Uche and Maurice after months of rumors, hidden meanings, coded captions, and fan debates. Sonia has finally broken her silence. And she didn't just speak casually, she spoke with grace, maturity, and an undertone of something deeper that has everyone asking, is she still in love with Maurice, or is this just emotional closure? It all started when Sonia appeared in a recent interview where the host gently tried to steer the conversation toward her rumored relationship with Maurice. Now, if you know Sonia, you know she's always been private, composed, and professional. But this time, she smiled in that calm, almost nostalgic way that fans immediately recognized that look of someone who has loved deeply and maybe still does. When the host asked, "So, Sonia, people have noticed your strong chemistry with Maurice both on and off screen. How would you describe your relationship with him today?" Sonia took a deep breath, looked down for a second, and then dropped the line that has now gone viral across all social media platforms. "Maurice is someone I'll always respect, no matter what." Boom. Just like that, the internet caught fire. That one line has been dissected, replayed, and analyzed by fans from every corner of Nollywood fandom. Some said she was being diplomatic. Others said she was sending a message straight to Maurice, a subtle reminder that even though things may have changed, her respect and feelings haven't completely vanished. And then there's the third group, the hopeless romantics, who believe this is the softest confession Sonia could give without actually saying "I still love him." Within minutes, the clip spread like wildfire. Blogs posted it with captions like "Sonia Uche finally confirms what we suspected all along," and "Respect or regret fans decode Sonia's message to Maurice." Even fans who had been shipping the two since their breakout on-screen romance couldn't keep calm. One fan wrote, "The way Sonia said that line, you can tell it came from her heart. You can't fake that kind of emotion." Another fan added, "This woman still loves him, abeg. You don't talk about someone like that unless there's still something there." And yet, there were also those who felt differently. "Let's stop forcing this narrative," another fan countered. "Sonia is just being mature and respectful. Not every connection ends in romance. She's moved on, and so should the fans. But if you think that ended the debate, you're wrong. Because what happened next made things even more interesting." Not long after Sonia's interview dropped, Maurice was spotted on set filming a new project, and yes, his mood caught everyone's attention. A short behind-the-scenes clip showed Maurice sitting quietly between takes, scrolling through his phone, his expression unreadable. Fans were quick to notice the timing, flooding the comments with speculation. "He must have seen the interview, you can tell he's emotional. Maurice, call her already." And it didn't stop there. Later that evening, Maurice posted a cryptic message on his Instagram story. It read, "Some people deserve your silence. Others deserve your respect. But a few deserve both." Now tell me, gist lovers, how do you interpret that? Because fans didn't waste a single second linking that post to Sonia's interview. It was almost too perfectly timed. Some said it was his subtle response, his own way of saying "I hear you." Others believed it was pure coincidence. But in Hollywood gist land, there's no such thing as coincidence when it comes to matters of the heart. This entire saga has taken fans down memory lane, back to when Sonia and Maurice first stole hearts in The One Who Loves Me, the movie that started it all. Their chemistry was electric, the emotion so real that viewers began wondering if what they were watching was acting or real love unfolding on screen. Every glance, every smile, every tension-filled silence between their characters screamed authenticity. And when they started appearing together in more projects, fans were convinced there was something deeper happening off-screen. Then came the rumors, whispers of a real relationship, secret dates, and emotional misunderstandings. Neither of them ever confirmed or denied it outright, but their body language told 1,000 stories. The protective way Maurice looked at Sonia during interviews, the way she would blush and look away whenever his name came up, all of it fed the fire that has now become one of Nollywood's most talked about pairings. But as time went on, fans noticed a shift. They weren't appearing together as often. No more joint live sessions, no more behind-the-scenes laughter clips. Instead, they both seemed to focus on their solo projects, their personal growth, and their individual careers. Sonia dove deep into serious roles that showcased her range as an actress, while Maurice became even more dedicated to building his name and brand in the industry. The silence between them became louder, and fans started to wonder, did something happen between them? Now, this recent interview feels like the missing piece of that puzzle. Sonia didn't deny their connection. She didn't shade him. She didn't ignore the question. Instead, she acknowledged him with respect, and that one word carries weight. Respect means history. It means shared moments, lessons, and emotions that cannot just be erased. The maturity in her voice, the calmness in her eyes, it spoke volumes. It's the kind of tone that comes from peace, not bitterness. From reflection, not resentment. And that, gist lovers, is why this moment is shaking the internet right now. Because in a world where most celebrity fallouts end with shade, cryptic posts, and silent unfollows, Sonia chose to take the high road. Let's not forget, this isn't the first time fans have suspected lingering emotions between the two. Earlier this year, Sonia made a post that said, "Some people never really leave your heart. You just learn to live with their memory." At the time, no one could confirm if it was about Maurice, but now that she said this, that old post is back in circulation with thousands of comments like, "We knew it was about him." On X, formerly Twitter, the reactions have been wild. One user tweeted, "Sonia and Maurice should just get back together and end this suspense. We've all invested emotionally at this point." Another added, "You can respect someone and still love them." Sonia's statement is proof that real love doesn't end in hatred. Meanwhile, some fans are calling out bloggers for twisting her words, saying the media needs to stop romanticizing every friendship between male and female actors. "Let the woman breathe," one tweet read. She said she respects him, not that she's secretly married to him. Still, even that backlash hasn't stopped the conversation from trending. Every major Nollywood gossip page has picked it up. There are side-by-side comparison videos of her interview and Maurice's past reactions, emotional fan edits with soft background music, and captions like, "A love built on respect never really fades." Some even went further, digging up an old interview where Maurice once said, "Sonia is someone who understands me in ways many people don't." That clip resurfaced this week and has already racked up over 1 million views, with fans commenting things like, "These two are soulmates in denial," and "They respect each other too much to make it messy, that's love." In the middle of all this, Sonia herself has remained calm. No extra statements. No clapbacks. Just her usual poise. That silence alone is speaking louder than any tweet. Because one thing about Sonia, when she chooses peace, it's intentional. She knows how to let people talk while she focuses on her craft. But gist lovers, we all know what respect can mean in relationships that were once deep. Sometimes it's not about moving on, it's about cherishing what was, without bitterness. It's about recognizing someone's impact in your life and being adult enough to appreciate it, even if the story didn't end the way fans wanted. Let's also not pretend that Maurice hasn't shown his soft side lately. That cryptic post wasn't the first. He's been dropping quotes like, "Some people will always have a chapter in your book, even if the story ends." Coincidence? I doubt it. The timing is too suspicious. Between Sonia's interview and Maurice's post, it's giving mutual reflection vibes. And honestly, that's what makes this gist hot. It's not about scandal, it's about emotion. Real, raw emotion between two people who once shared something the world could see but couldn't label. Whether it was love, friendship, or something in between, it was undeniable. The streets of TikTok are also on fire. Fan accounts are editing old romantic scenes of the two with Sonia's "I'll always respect him" quote layered over soft background music. The videos are getting millions of views, with comments like, "If respect had a face, it would be these two," and "They loved each other in silence, but we saw it loud and clear." Even some fellow Nollywood stars have subtly reacted. A few dropped heart emojis under fan posts, others reposted the clip with captions like, "Maturity is beautiful." It's clear that within the industry too, Sonia and Maurice's story, whatever it truly is, has earned admiration. Now, gist lovers, let's be real. Sometimes, the relationships that never officially happen are the ones that leave the deepest marks. Because in those unspoken connections, there's room for mystery, emotion, and a kind of tenderness that lingers. Sonia's tone in that interview didn't sound like someone who was done, it sounded like someone who had made peace with what once was. And Maurice, his silence says it all. You can always tell when a man is thinking deeply about something he can't explain. That quietness, those posts, those glances, they reveal what words can't. So, where do we go from here? Fans are already demanding another project featuring both of them together. Hashtags like #Sonia and Maurice reunion and #respect and love are trending. People want to see them share the screen again, even if just to witness that old spark one more time. Whether they'll ever get back to that level of closeness remains to be seen, but one thing is certain: Sonia, Uche and Maurice Sam have written a love story in the hearts of fans that no script could ever fully capture. And that's why this moment is so powerful. It's not just about celebrity gist. It's about two people navigating fame, emotions, and respect in a world that never stops watching. So gist lovers, what do you think? Is Sonia's statement a respectful goodbye or a quiet confession that the flame never really died? Was Maurice's post just random timing or a hidden response? One thing's for sure, this gist has reminded everyone that not all stories end in drama. Some end in maturity, in admiration, in quiet acknowledgement of what once made your heart race. Now, before I drop mic on this one, let me say this: Sonia's choice of words will keep fans talking for weeks, and honestly, we can't blame them. It's not every day we see a woman handle emotional questions with such class, honesty, and subtle depth. Whether it's closure or connection, she has once again shown why she's one of Nollywood's most respected stars both on and off the screen. And for Maurice, maybe his silence is his own way of saying same here. Because sometimes, respect says what words cannot. So gist lovers, that's where we leave it today. But trust me, this gist is far from over. We'll keep our eyes open because in Nollywood, the sequel is always around the corner. If you enjoyed this gist and you want more hot, emotional, and exclusive updates from your favorite stars, don't forget to subscribe right now to Gist TV, the only channel where gist never sleeps, emotions speak louder than words, and truth always finds a way to shine. Hit that notification bell, share this gist with your friends, and join the family because the next gist we're cooking, it's going to be hotter than pepper soup. This is your girl Steph from Gist TV, signing out with love, drama, and just a little sprinkle of suspense. Till next time, stay tuned, stay emotional, and stay ready because gist never ends where love once lived.